All right, so today we're gonna deep dive into something that I think a lot of people have questions about.
Okay.
And that is life insurance.
All right.
But specifically for folks who are dealing with COPD or other, lung conditions, breathing conditions.
Right.
I think it's something that a lot of people just don't even know where to start with.
Absolutely.
So thankfully, we've got some great information from Diversified insurance brokers
Yeah.
to help us break it down.
Cool.
So first things first,
Yeah.
can you even get life insurance if you have COPD?
Yeah. So the short answer is yes.
Okay.
You often can.
Okay.
But like most things in life,
Right.
there are some nuances.
That's
to
fair.
check.
So these Diversified insurance brokers,
Yeah.
these are the folks that really know the ins and outs of this stuff, right?
They do.
Yeah.
They specialize in helping people with pre-existing conditions find the right policies because it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
So let's kind of like break it down.
Sure.
What are insurance companies actually looking at
Yeah.
when you apply with COPD?
Yeah.
Like I imagine it's more than just a quick glance at your medical history, right?
Yeah. You're right. They dig deep.
Okay.
To assess the risk and severity of your COPD is a big one.
Okay.
Think of it like this. Mild COPD might mean you're living a pretty normal life.
Okay.
Whereas severe COPD might mean more limitations and potential complications. And that directly impacts how long they estimate you'll live.
That's something that wouldn't have even occurred to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else are they looking at?
Well, lung function is a major factor.
Okay.
They'll look at things like your FED1 score from a breathing test. It basically measures how much air you can force out in 1 second.
Okay.
And so the lower your score, the harder your lungs are working, and that raises a red flag for insurers.
So it's not just about having COPD.
Right.
It's like,
It's the severity.
to what degree is it impacting your breathing?
Exactly. Okay. I'll also want to know if you need oxygen, your smoking history, what medications you're on, things like inhalers or steroids,
Okay.
any hospitalizations you've had because of your COPD,
Right.
and of course your overall health picture.
Okay, so that's a pretty comprehensive view, it sounds like.
It is.
What if you have, someone who has mild COPD, they don't need oxygen.
Yeah.
They're managing it well.
Right.
Is there any hope for them to get a decent rate on life insurance?
Absolutely. Someone in that situation might actually qualify for a standard rate or
Okay.
just a slightly higher premium.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
But I imagine it gets trickier
Yes.
for folks that have more severe COPD.
Yes.
What are their options?
That's where simplified issue and
Yeah.
guarantee issue policies come in.
Okay,
They're designed for people who might not qualify for traditional
gotcha.
life insurance because of their health.
Okay.
The big plus is they often skip the medical exam.
Okay, so that's a lot less stressful, I would imagine, for someone who's maybe a little anxious about, needles or a full medical workup.
Absolutely.
But I know there's usually a trade-off
Yeah.
when it comes to these things. So what's the catch?
So you're right. There's always a balance.
Yep.
These types of policies generally come with higher premiums, and you might encounter something called a graded death benefit.
Graded death benefit, okay.
Yeah, and it means if you pass away, say, within the first couple years of the policy, your beneficiaries might not receive the full payout.
Okay.
So you are paying more for the convenience.
Right, so it's almost like choosing different levels of car insurance, right?
Yeah.
It's like your basic coverage versus a more comprehensive plan, and you pay for that extra peace of mind.
Exactly.
Okay.
And just to recap the 3 main types of life insurance.
Yeah, let's do it.
You've got fully underwritten, which offers the best rates, but requires a medical exam.
Okay.
And a deep dive into your health history.
So that's the most stringent, I guess.
That's the most stringent. It's the most work, but you get the best rates.
Gotcha.
Then there's simplified issue, where you skip the exam, but still answer health questions.
So a little bit of a middle ground.
Middle ground, yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, guaranteed issue, which approves you automatically,
Right.
but can have those higher costs and potential waiting periods.
I see. Okay.
So there you have it.
So there's a lot to consider.
There is.
For someone, with COPD who's listening to this and they're feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
What's their best first step to try to find the right coverage for them?
Honestly, talking to a broker who really knows this stuff, like the folks at Diversified Insurance Brokers, is a game changer.
Okay.
They can walk you through everything,
Yeah.
explain the options,
Right.
and find a policy that fits your specific needs.
It's almost like having a guide in a confusing jungle.
Absolute,
Right.
yeah.
So any other advice you would give someone, in our audience who has COPD
Yeah.
and wants to explore life insurance.
Yeah, definitely stay on top of managing your health.
Okay.
Follow your doctor's treatment plan, stay active if you can, and absolutely don't smoke.
Okay.
These things not only improve your quality of life, but
Mhm.
can actually help you qualify for better rates.
That's empowering to hear.
Yeah,
It's not a hopeless situation. There's things you can control.
exactly.
Okay, so I guess just to sum it all up for our listeners,
Sure.
it definitely is possible to get life insurance with COPD.
It is.
The key is, arming yourself with knowledge
Yes,
and finding the right people to guide you through the process.
absolutely.
And don't forget, taking care of your health can really make a big difference.
It can.
Now, here's a thought for you to chew on.
Okay.
Could knowing that your loved ones are financially protected
Mm-hmm.
actually help reduce your stress and improve your overall well-being?
Interesting.
Something to think about.
It is.
All right, well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
You're welcome.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.